Are you prepared for what's about to hit the eastern United States in the next 72 hours? Because what's coming could be the coldest air mass of the entire season, with wind chills dropping to 40 degrees below zero in some areas. That's not a typo. Negative 40 degrees. Right now, at this very moment, a massive Arctic front is barreling down from Canada, and it's going to slam into the Great Lakes, the Midwest, and the Northeast with a fury we haven't seen in years. We are talking about life-threatening conditions. We are talking about frostbite in under 15 minutes. And here's what's shocking. Over 60 million Americans are about to experience this brutal cold blast. But here's what you need to know right now in the next 30 seconds. I'm going to give you the exact timeline for when this Arctic monster arrives in your city. Not tomorrow, not next week. The precise hour it hits. And if you stay with me, you'll get specific forecasts for over 70 cities across America, because this storm doesn't discriminate. It is coming for all of us. Comment below right now with your city name. Drop it in the comments. I need to know where you are watching from, because I am going to give you personalized timing for your exact location. Do it now while you're rethinking about it. Let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. This Arctic front is packing winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's hurricane force territory. And when you combine those winds with temperatures already sitting at 10 to 15 degrees, you get wind chills that are off the charts. We are seeing reports from weather stations across the northern tier showing pressure readings of 1,034 millibars. That's one of the strongest high-pressure systems we've seen all winter. Here's your first reward for staying with me. Chicago, you need to listen carefully. The snow starts hitting you Friday morning at 6 a.m., not Friday afternoon, not Friday evening. 6 a.m. sharp during your morning commute. You're looking at 2 to 4 inches of snow combined with those brutal winds. Your visibility is going to drop to near zero during snow squalls. And the wind chill? By Friday evening, you are looking at 25 below zero. Detroit, your timeline is almost identical. Snow arrives around 7 a.m. Friday morning. You will see 3 to 5 inches, with lake effect bands potentially doubling that in some areas south of the city. Your wind chills Friday night will be brutal, 30 below zero. Milwaukee, you're getting hit even harder. The snow machine turns on around 5:30 a.m. Friday. You could see 4 to 6 inches, possibly 8 inches in areas northeast of the city where lake effect really cranks up. Your wind chill Saturday morning, 35 below zero. That's extreme cold warning territory. Now here's something that's going to surprise you. This isn't just a northern problem anymore. This Arctic air is going to crash all the way down into Virginia, North Carolina, and even parts of Tennessee. Places that don't normally deal with this kind of cold are about to get a rude awakening. Richmond, Virginia, you're watching this thinking maybe it won to be that bad. Wrong. Snow arrives Friday afternoon around 3 p.m. You are looking at 1 to 3 inches, possibly more in areas west of the city, and by Saturday morning, your wind chill will be 5 degrees. When was the last time Richmond saw wind chills that low in February? Roanoke, you're in the bullseye. Friday evening at 7 p.m., the snow intensifies. You could see 4 to 6 inches, especially in elevated areas. Your wind chill Saturday morning drops to 0 degrees. Actual zero. Now let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. The Appalachian Mountains are about to become a snow factory. We were talking about 8 to 12 inches of snow in the higher elevations. Why? Because when this Arctic air hits those mountains, it's forced upward, it cools even more, and it dumps incredible amounts of snow. Asheville, North Carolina, listen up. The snow starts Friday afternoon around 4 p.m. You are looking at 6 to 10 inches, possibly 12 inches above 3,000 feet elevation. This is going to be heavy, wet snow that sticks to everything. Power lines, tree branches, roads, everything. Your wind chill Saturday morning will be 10 below zero, 10 below in North Carolina. Think about that. Well, here's what most weather forecasters aren't telling you. This pattern is going to repeat. We're not just talking about one cold shot. We were talking about a pattern shift that's going to bring multiple opportunities for snow and Arctic air over the next 3 weeks. Let me give you the 5-minute promise I made at the beginning. I am going to break down exactly what is happening in the atmosphere, why this is happening now, and what it means for the rest of February and into March. Because understanding the why helps you prepare for what's next. Right now, There is a massive ridge of high pressure parked over the western United States. Imagine it like a mountain in the atmosphere. This ridge is forcing all the weather systems to go up and over it, and when they come down the other side, they dive deep into the eastern United States, dragging Arctic air with them. Pittsburgh, your snow arrives Friday morning at 8 a.m. You're relooking at 3 to 5 inches with wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Your wind chill Saturday morning will be 20 below zero. The city hasn't seen wind chills that low since 2018. Columbus, Ohio, almost the same timeline. Snow hits at 8:30 a.m. Friday, 3 to 4 inches expected. Your wind chill Saturday morning, 25 below zero. This is the kind of cold that cracks pavement and freezes fuel lines. But here's where it gets interesting. While the East Coast is freezing, the West Coast is getting hammered with rain and mountain snow. It's like two completely different countries. Seattle, you're watching this thinking you dodged a bullet. But wait, your storm arrives Saturday morning at 8 a.m. This isn't a snow for you, it's rain, heavy rain. We are talking 3 to 4 inches of rain through the weekend. Areas south of the city could see even more. And when you already saturated from earlier storms, that is a flooding concern. Portland, Oregon, same story. Rain begins Saturday morning at 9 a.m., 2 to 3 inches through Sunday evening. But here's the good news. Your temperatures will be in the mid-40s. While the East Coast is dealing with life-threatening cold, you are dealing with rain. Pick your poison. Now let's talk about the Cascade Mountains in the Northern Rockies, because this is where things get absolutely wild. We reforecasting 2 to 3 feet of snow in the Cascades through the weekend. The ski resorts are going to be ecstatic. But if you're trying to travel over the mountain passes, forget about it. Interstate 90, Highway 2, Highway 20, all of them are going to be extremely dangerous or closed entirely. Spokane, Washington, your snow arrives Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. You are looking at 6 to 10 inches through Sunday morning. This is going to be beautiful, fluffy snow, perfect for skiing, terrible for driving. Boise, Idaho, you get hit Saturday evening at 8 p.m., 4 to 8 inches of snow expected. Your temperatures will actually be reasonable, only dropping to the mid-20s. Compared to what the East Coast is dealing with, you are living in paradise. Let me drop another shocking stat on you. Minneapolis, Minnesota, your wind chill Friday morning at 6 a.m. will be 45 degrees below zero, negative 45 degrees. At that temperature, exposed skin freezes in less than 10 minutes. If you have to go outside, you need to cover every inch of exposed skin. Frostbite is not a joke. Duluth, you are even worse. Wind chills could drop to 50 below zero Friday morning. That's approaching temperatures we normally only see in Alaska or northern Canada. This is extreme, life-threatening cold. And here's what's crazy. This cold air is so dense and so powerful that it is going to slam all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Now, it won to be 50 below in Houston, but it is going to be cold enough to cause problems. Nashville, Tennessee, your snow arrives Friday evening at 9 p.m. You're looking at 1 to 2 inches. Not a lot, but enough to create problems on bridges and overpasses. Your wind chill Saturday morning will be 15 degrees. For Nashville, that's cold. Memphis, similar timeline. Snow arrives Friday night around 10 p.m., 1 to 3 inches possible. Your wind chill Saturday morning, 12 degrees. Again, not Minnesota cold, but cold enough to cause problems. Here's something most people don't realize. Snow in the south is more dangerous than snow in the north. Why? Because southern cities don't have the equipment to handle it. They don't have hundreds of snowplows sitting around waiting. They don't have salt trucks on every corner, and the drivers don't have experience driving in snow. Atlanta, you on the southern edge of this system. You might see some snow flurries Friday night, but probably not much accumulation. However, your wind chill Saturday morning will be 20 degrees. Make sure your pipes are protected. Charlotte, North Carolina, you're in a more interesting position. Snow arrives Friday evening at 6 p.m. You could see 2 to 4 inches, especially in areas north and west of the city. Your wind chill Saturday morning drops to 8 degrees. That's cold enough to freeze any standing water on roads, creating black ice conditions Saturday morning. Now let me tell you about the most dangerous part of this entire storm system, the snow squalls. These are intense bursts of heavy snow accompanied by strong winds. Visibility can drop to 0 in seconds, and they're going to race through the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic Friday afternoon and evening. Lexington, Kentucky, you need to be especially careful Friday afternoon between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's when these snow squalls are most likely to blast through your area. You could be driving in clear conditions 1 minute, and the next minute you can see the hood of your car. That S when accidents happen. Louisville, same warning. Friday afternoon is going to be treacherous. The snow squalls will come through between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. If you can avoid being on the roads during that time, do it. Here's your mid-video reminder. Don T, forget to comment your city below. I am reading every single comment, and I want to make sure you have the exact forecast for your location. And here as a teaser, at the 18-minute mark, I am going to reveal something about Valentine's Day weekend that is going to shock you. A storm system that could impact half the country. But we'll get to that. Let's head up to the northeast because this is where the Arctic air is going to be most intense. Boston, Massachusetts, your Arctic blast arrives Saturday morning at 6 a.m. You want to see much snow with this system, but the wind chills are going to be absolutely brutal. Saturday morning, 25 below zero. Sunday morning, 30 below zero. This is the coldest air Boston has seen in over 5 years. Albany, New York, you are in the absolute worst spot. Wind chills. Sunday morning could approach 40 below zero. I am not exaggerating. 40 below. The National Weather Service has already issued extreme cold warnings for your area. If you don't have to go outside Sunday morning, Don T, Syracuse, you're going to get buried in lake effect snow on top of the Arctic air. The snow starts Friday morning and doesn't stop until Sunday afternoon. You could see 12 to 18 inches of snow, possibly more in the traditional lake effect belts east of Lake Ontario. And your wind chill Sunday morning, 35 below zero. Buffalo, similar story. Lake effect snow machine turns on Friday afternoon and runs through Sunday. 10 to 16 inches possible with isolated areas, seeing over 20 inches where the band's set up. Your wind chill Saturday night drops to 30 below zero. New York City, you might be thinking you're going to escape the worst of this, and you're partially right. You want to see much snow, maybe an inch or two Friday night, but the wind is going to be fierce. Saturday morning, wind gusts could exceed 50 miles per hour, and your wind chill Saturday morning will be 15 degrees. By Sunday morning, 5 below zero. When was the last time New York City saw wind chills below zero? Philadelphia, almost identical forecast. Light snow Friday night, 1 to 2 inches. But Saturday morning, the wind cranks up, 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. Wind chill Saturday morning, 10 degrees. Sunday morning, 0 degrees. Baltimore, you are right on the edge. Snow. Friday evening, 1 to 3 inches. Wind chills Saturday morning drop to 8 degrees. Sunday morning, 5 below zero. Washington, D.C., you will see light snow Friday evening. Maybe 1 to 2 inches in the district, 2 to 4 inches in the suburbs. But here's what people need to prepare for. The wind. Saturday morning, wind gusts of 40 miles per hour combined with temperatures in the low teens create wind chills near zero. That is rare for D.C. Now let's jump to the Midwest because this is where the pattern is really going to set up for potential major storms later in the month. Kansas City, Missouri. Right now you are enjoying relatively mild weather, but that S about to change. The Arctic front arrives Saturday evening. Temperatures Saturday afternoon might be in the low 40s. By Sunday morning, you will be at 10 degrees with a wind chill below zero. That's a 30-degree temperature drop in 12 hours. Omaha, Nebraska, you are going to experience one of the wildest temperature swings of this entire event. Monday afternoon, you could be in the mid-60s. Yes, 65 degrees in February. But that warmth is temporary. By Tuesday morning, you are back down to 20 degrees. This roller coaster pattern is going to continue for the next 2 weeks. Des Moines, Iowa, similar wild temperature swings. Monday, low 60s. Wednesday, mid-20s. This is classic late winter weather in the Midwest where you can experience 3 seasons in 1 week. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, you are going to flirt with some record-high temperatures Monday afternoon, possibly reaching the mid-60s, which would challenge records for early February. But don't get too comfortable. By Wednesday, you are back to normal winter temperatures in the 20s. Here where the pattern gets really interesting. That ridge of high pressure currently over the west is going to shift eastward next week. When it does, it's going to create a battleground across the middle of the country. Warm air trying to push north, cold air trying to push south, and where they meet, that where storms develop. Denver, Colorado, you're watching all this wondering when you are going to get in on the action. Your time is coming. Late next week, possibly around Wednesday, February 12th, a storm system could develop over the Colorado Rockies. You might see 6 to 10 inches of snow, but the model data is still uncertain on this one. Check back for updates. Cheyenne, Wyoming, same time frame, potential storm system late next week. The pattern is definitely favorable for snow in the Rockies. Salt Lake City, Utah, you're going to catch the tail end of that Pacific moisture. Snow possible Sunday night into Monday morning. 2 to 4 inches in the valley, 6 to 12 inches in the mountains. Not a major storm, but enough to freshen up the ski slopes. Las Vegas, Nevada, you're going to stay dry and mild. But here, something interesting. Temperatures next week might actually be cooler than normal. Why? Because that trough setting up over the west is going to bring cooler Pacific air into the region. Phoenix, Arizona, you are in great shape. Sunny and mild through the entire forecast period. Highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Enjoy it while you can. Albuquerque, New Mexico, you might catch some snow from that potential system late next week. The models are hinting at 2 to 4 inches possible Wednesday or Thursday. But again, this is still uncertain. Now let's head to the south because this is where severe weather could become a concern. Dallas, Texas. Right now, you are mild and quiet. But next week, things change. Monday and Tuesday, temperatures could reach the low 80s. Yes, 80s in February. But by Thursday or Friday, a strong storm system could bring heavy rain and possibly severe thunderstorms to North Texas. We talking about damaging winds, large hail, and maybe even a tornado or two. This is going to be a significant weather event. Oklahoma City, similar timeline. Warm early next week, then a storm system arrives Thursday or Friday with heavy rain and severe weather potential. The Storm Prediction Center is already highlighting this time frame as a potential severe weather outbreak. Little Rock, Arkansas, you are right in the crosshairs. Thursday and Friday of next week could bring heavy rain and strong thunderstorms. Flash flooding is going to be a concern because the ground is already saturated from previous rain events. Here's the shocking part I promised you about Valentine's Day weekend. A major storm system is going to develop across the southern plains and track northeast toward the Great Lakes and possibly the northeast. This storm has the potential to bring heavy snow to the Midwest and Great Lakes, heavy rain and severe weather to the south, and possibly a significant snow or ice event to the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. St. Louis, Missouri, you are going to be right on the dividing line. If the storm tracks north of you, you get rain. If it tracks south of you, you get snow. And if it tracks right over you, you could get a messy mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. This forecast is going to change over the next week, but right now, Valentine's Day Friday looks very active. Indianapolis, Indiana, same situation. You are on the line between rain and snow. This could go either way. Cincinnati, Ohio, you are slightly more likely to see snow than rain. Current model data suggests 4 to 8 inches of snow possible Friday into Saturday. But this could change. Cleveland, Ohio, if this storm tracks the way some models suggest, you could be looking at 6 to 12 inches of snow Valentine's Day weekend. The lake effect could enhance those totals even more. Here is what makes this Valentine's Day storm so interesting, the amount of moisture it's going to tap into. We talking about tropical levels of moisture being pulled up from the Gulf of Mexico. When that moisture interacts with the cold air to the north, when you get explosive storm development, New Orleans, Louisiana, you're going to see heavy rain from this system. Thursday and Friday of next week, 2 to 4 inches of rain possible. Flooding is going to be a concern in low-lying areas. Jackson, Mississippi, similar forecast. Heavy rain Thursday and Friday. 3 to 5 inches possible. The ground is already saturated, so additional heavy rain could lead to flash flooding. Birmingham, Alabama, you re-looking at heavy rain and possibly severe thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. The Storm Prediction Center is going to be watching this area closely for a severe weather outbreak. Mobile, Alabama, heavy rain is your main concern. 3 to 4 inches possible through the event. Montgomery, Alabama, right on the northern edge of the heavy rain. You might see some thunderstorms mix in as well. Pensacola, Florida, heavy rain Thursday into Friday, 2 to 3 inches expected. Tallahassee, Florida, you're going to be warm and stormy. Heavy rain and thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. Some storms could be severe with damaging winds and hail. Jacksonville, Florida, you'll catch the eastern edge of this system. Heavy rain Friday into Saturday, 2 to 3 inches possible. Orlando, Florida, you are far enough south that you might only see scattered showers from this system, but it's worth monitoring. Tampa, Florida, similar to Orlando. Scattered showers possible late week, but nothing major. Miami, Florida, You are going to stay sunny and mild. This storm system won't affect you. Let's talk about what happens after Valentine's Day because the pattern stays active. The last week of February, we re-looking at another potential significant storm system. This one could develop over the southern plains, possibly near the Texas Panhandle or the Oklahoma Panhandle, and track northeast. If this storm follows the track some models are suggesting, it could bring significant snow to areas from Kansas and Missouri through the Ohio Valley and into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. This is the storm that could happen around February 23rd through February 28th. It's still too far out to give you specific details, but the pattern supports another major winter storm during this time frame. Wichita, Kansas, you need to keep an eye on this late February storm. You could be looking at significant snow if this storm develops as forecast. Topeka, Kansas, same thing. Late February could bring a major winter storm to your area. Columbia, Missouri, you are in a favorable position for snow from this potential late February storm. Springfield, Illinois, the pattern looks favorable for a significant snow event late in the month. Peoria, Illinois, same thing. Keep watching the forecast for late February. Here's something that's going to surprise everyone. March could be snowier than February for parts of the East Coast. Why? Because the pattern is going to keep that trough hanging out over the eastern United States, and as long as that trough is there, storm systems are going to track along it, bringing snow chances. This is why I keep saying there's plenty of gas left in the tank for winter. We are not done yet. Not even close. Portland, Maine, you're going to be in the bullseye for every storm system that comes through over the next month. The Valentine's Day storm could bring you heavy snow. The late February storm could bring you heavy snow. And early March looks active as well. Bangor, Maine, same thing. You are in prime position for multiple significant snow events over the next 4 weeks. Burlington, Vermont, the pattern is very favorable for snow through late February and into March. You could end up with well above normal snowfall by the time we get to spring. Manchester, New Hampshire, similar forecast. Multiple snow opportunities over the next month. Providence, Rhode Island, you are going to see several snow events over the next few weeks. Some could be significant. Hartford, Connecticut, the pattern supports multiple snow chances through late February and early March. Allentown, Pennsylvania, you are in a great spot for snow over the next month. Multiple storms likely. Scranton, Pennsylvania, the mountains always enhance snow totals, and you're going to see that multiple times over the next few weeks. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, right in the path of most storm systems tracking up the East Coast. Multiple snow events likely. Charleston, West Virginia, the mountains are going to see significant snow over the next month. Valley locations will see less, but still multiple snow events. Now, let me bring this all together for you because I know I've thrown a lot of information at you. This weekend, Arctic blast hits the east with life-threatening cold. Snow Friday into Saturday across the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Appalachians, and parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Pacific Northwest gets heavy rain and mountain snow. Next week, wild temperature swings across the central U.S., warming trend Monday through Wednesday, then a significant storm system develops Thursday through Saturday, Valentine's Day weekend. This storm brings heavy snow to the Midwest and possibly the Northeast, heavy rain and severe weather to the South. Late February, another significant storm system possible around the 23rd through 28th. This one could bring heavy snow from the Central Plains through the Midwest, Great Lakes, and into the Northeast. Early March. The pattern keeps storm systems tracking along the East Coast, bringing multiple snow opportunities to the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Here's what you need to do right now. Make sure you re-prepared for this weekend's Arctic blast. If you are in the danger zone for extreme cold, make sure you have extra layers. Make sure your vehicle has an emergency kit. Make sure your home heating system is working properly. If you are in the snow zone, make sure you have enough supplies to last through the weekend if you can get out. Bread, milk, batteries, flashlights, medications, the basics. And if you are in the South and you re-watching this thinking it doesn't apply to you, pay attention to next week. The severe weather threat is real. Make sure you have a way to get warnings. Make sure you know where to go if a tornado warning is issued. Comment below right now with your city and let me know if you re-ready for what's coming. Are you prepared? Do you have questions about your specific area? Drop them in the comments. Here's what's coming next on this channel. I am going to be updating you every single day on these storm systems. Tomorrow, I'll have a more detailed breakdown of the Valentine's Day storm as the models come into better agreement. Next week, we'll start looking at that late February storm in more detail. The pattern is active, winter is not over. And if you want to stay informed, you need to stay subscribed to this channel. This is the kind of detailed city-by-city breakdown you're not going to get anywhere else. We've covered over 70 cities today. We've given you specific timelines. We've given you specific snowfall amounts. We've given you wind chill values. We've talked about severe weather threats. This is comprehensive coverage. And here's the thing. The weather is going to keep changing, and I'm going to keep you updated every step of the way. One more time, comment your city below. I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? What are your concerns? What questions do you have? This is going to be an active stretch of weather. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay tuned for updates.